Testing.
Assalamu alaikum. Shall we start our second session of the keynote speakers? Could you please take your seat, and then I think participant will come after the break. Can we just call our speakers for the second session? Can I call His Excellency Professor Dr. Qutb Sano, Mustafa Sano, Minister in the President Office and Diplomatic Advisor to the President, Republic of Guinea, to the stage. His Excellency Mehmet Ersoy, Deputy Minister of Family and Social Politics, Republic of Turkey, and Professor Dr. Azizan Baharuddin, Director General, Institute of Islamic Understanding. Welcome to the stage. Okay, first of all, let's welcome our keynote speakers of the second session, and we will shortly start our session, inshallah. I think because of the time, there is no need for us maybe to read the biography of our speakers. I think all of them know them and know their expertise and their areas of knowledge, as I mentioned. This is why I think I call upon Professor Sano Qutb to start his speech. We have from 15 to 20 minutes. Go ahead, Prof.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين له بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم إن للسان زلات فاغفر زلات ألسنتنا وللكلام سقطات فتجاوز سقطات كلامنا وللحديث هفوات فاعف عن هفوات حديثنا وأنت المثبت فثبتنا بالقول الثابت في الحياة الدنيا واجعل الأفسار أمورنا خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Since I do have only 15 minutes, you may allow me to go straight to the point. This is a conference, it's a summit, which is needed over here that at the end of the day that we should go back home with something. We have learned, we have met, we have discussed. And there we start thinking what is the next and what we could do for our Ummah. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Professor Dr. Sri, Professor Zaliha, the team that have been working for a month to make this summit a success. And let us contribute to this success by giving some of this, participating in a way that will be helpful for you and for all of us. For the next conferences, the summit, we might move forward and try to get something for Muslim Ummah. Today is, we do not need to go or to insist or to tell the people what our Muslim Ummah is faced with. All kind of trials, difficulties, hostilities, atrocities, and civil wars that continue to make that Ummah at the weakest level of his history. We have faced and have been faced with different difficulties throughout the history. But today I think Muslims are faced. That's why today when we talk about women, we are talking about women because we think that it is one of the signs of this weakness, one of the reasons of the crisis, one of the reasons of this difficult moment that Ummah is going through. I was told that should be talking about the theme which is women and peace building. I believe that before talking about this, let me help my friends, my fellow students, my brothers and sisters, because from an Islamic usul fiqh background, we do believe that we do not talk about any issue without knowing what we are talking about. See, many of these people, or many of you who are assisting or attending this conference today, this is very important for us to tell the people, what would you mean by this peace building? Is it only peace building that women are faced with the problems? Or we do have few issues related to the same peace, related to the security and safety and stability in the Muslim world. I have just decided to say, let us talk about 3 items in this presentation. I will be very brief because I think that most of these things I'm going to tell you today is known to you, and it's just a matter of saying that let us share and refresh our mind in order for us to get a clear picture about what we are going through. As for peace building, those people who are in the political science or in the international law today, you are talking about 3 terminologies which are well known. We are talking first about peacemaking. From peacemaking, you move to peacekeeping. From peacekeeping, you come for peace building. If you take these 3 terminologies, one will have to know first, before you reach peace building, you must know that you have gone through. All peace building will come after peacekeeping sometime, but necessarily after peacemaking. Women in the Muslim world today are facing problems not only for the peace building, but even the peacemaking. Peacemaking, you have civil wars like you do have today in Yemen, in Syria, in Iraq, in Libya, in many of these Muslim places today that we are faced with the civil war. With the civil war. What we need over there is not peace building, but over there is peacemaking. That must be first. We bring back, we try to get all brothers who are killing each other in the name of Islam sometimes, or in the name of this religion, and the religion has nothing to do what is happening in these places. Whoever is putting it in the name of a religion is just hijacking the religion itself, because the religion has never ever allowed somebody to take the life of innocent person. Every innocent animal, you are not allowed to take the life of this one. I'm not talking about the human being, not only human being, your own brothers and your own sisters, the children and women who are faced with the atrocity. Then, in these places, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Syria, is peacemaking. Call upon our brothers. Women will have to come to help to make peace in these places. In the event that, you are talking about drought, these days the drought is happening. This is new world order. The policymakers in other world, they have decided, you people, you have to stop killing during Hari Raya, during some time, and then it's time for you, you have to come, you stop. But in order for them to make sure that you'll stop, they may need to have some kind of peacekeeping. The international things there, that when you talk about making, you have accepted to sit down together to put an end to this, then you go, and then you have to have military personnel sometime. They will come, they will be, because two people, they have accepted not to go any more to this war, but they have accepted to talk to each other. But we never know. It's happened in South Sudan when they had a deal in Nairobi, in other places. It happened now in Yemen when the deal is over there in Kuwait. So you may need to go for this peace making. The last one, you will be talking about peace building. This is the issue that we came to. I would strongly recommend that this conference will have to take into account this setting, this arrangement, this relationship between the three terminologies. In international law, in the political arena, we are talking about these things, we are talking about peace building, but never ever will find somebody who knows these words that is irrelevant for Syrians, for Iraqis, for Libyans, for Yemenis, because over there first we need to go for peacemaking when we face that. If we get these things as a peace building, we are talking about a process that facilitates the establishment. They have finished the war. They have finished killing each other. There is no more war. But we are afraid that at any time what had happened, it could happen again. Then you come for peace building. And that peace building, you will have to take into account. Why this war happened in Iraq, why it happened in Afghanistan, why it happened in Syria. You try to get the roots of the things. When you get the roots, then you have to work on it. If there is a social injustice, there is a dictatorship, there is a kind of leadership which is not responsible, which is not doing the role as it's supposed to be done, then you have to make sure how could we build peace in this place and make sure that the people don't go back to the war. And that is the peace building. What would be the role of women in this? Because since the conference is much interested in the area of the peace building, I will have just to go to this and try to be on time. It's known to all of you that the whole problems that Muslim women face today in the process of making peace building. I went through a lot of literature to find out what are these problems, what are the challenges. I think let me use the words at the terminology of the conference itself. The challenges facing Muslim women in the process of peace building. I try to make it to put it in three items. First of all, you are faced with masculinization. Masculinization, I think, is known to all of you that security, peace, safety issue in the Muslim world is main issue. Masculine is the female and masculine. There has been always seen to be is, this is the matter. You will never see, very rarely to see in the Muslim world today, how many women are general in the army forces? How many women are general in the police forces, in the navy and all the things? Very difficult to get it. In some places you don't talk about it. Then if they are not there, they cannot participate in this peacemaking, nor in peacekeeping. Because in order for you to be a member of this team, you have to be qualified. Then we have masculinized. We have made it is a man issue. So women won't come in because there's no way, there's no space for the women. In addition to that, we have discriminatory practices and systematic exclusion of women in decision-making process in peace and security. Sometimes it is clear how many Muslims government you have a section of women are not equal or not the same level, the same number of the men in that places. You have some Muslim country, you don't have, you will never see a Muslim, a female minister, or a female general, a female very high difficult position. If you have it some places, maybe 1 in 20 or 30 ministers, you have one. Normally they are always in charge of the women affairs, family affairs, social affairs. You will never find, I have never seen in the Muslim country where Muslim woman became the Minister of Defense, or the Minister of Home Affairs, or the Minister of Security Land. So we have accepted to say women cannot do this thing. Then automatically she cannot contribute. Because this building, you need people who would be thinking and who would be participating and getting the things. While we do this, sometimes we do say it's because of a tradition, because of a culture, and sometimes we go, even we put it in the name of the religion. I have a friend of mine when I told him why, in your place, why women cannot drive. He said, yes, because Islam. I said, which Islam is talking about? And they will say, no, somebody will try to justify, you should allow, because at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, women could drive the camel, and I said, you don't waste your time on talking about these things. Who told you it's prohibited? Your culture is over here, is not living the time that we are faced with. So many things we put it in the name of the religion. When you want to make exclusion, you say this is the religion, because that's what I want. And what the religion itself wants, you don't want it. You do something else and then put it, and then you are having such an effect, a systematic exclusion of women on the basis of misinterpretation of Islam. Why you don't have the women generals, women in the police force, women in many of these leading areas where you need to get somebody who will be contributing. Why we are having the rape cases whenever you have a small number of women assisting or participating in these things? Because it became a very small number, a small group of things. I remember one country was extremely happy to see for the first time we have, this is a fighter, this is one of the jet, which can be the warplane. The pilot is a woman. As this is an exception, which is supposed to be normal. Now you could have women, and this is the warplane pilots, the missiles and all the things, if you really want these people to contribute in this, in building pieces. Lack of political will, of course, this is known to all. In most of our African countries, we are proud to say this. You have women presidents, you have women prime minister, you have women in charge of Minister of Finance, Minister of all ministries. There is no gender issue in some places like South Africa. It's 50-50. I'm not calling for equality. I'm just calling for quality and qualifications. The gender should not be. You couldn't be punished. You cannot punish somebody on the basis of her gender or his gender, because this is beyond his capacity or her capacity. This is just, I was born man, I was born female. You cannot, this is not my fault. You cannot judge me. You cannot do something to me because of this thing which is not done by myself. The political will is there. How many women are speakers in the parliament? Of course, in Bangladesh, in Afghanistan, Indonesia, sometime in Pakistan, in many other places, Muslim women manage to get it. Few years back 2 years back, I was invited for one of the conferences in Kuwait. People still talking about, is it allowed that women can vote? Is it allowed women can stand for the election, can be elected? And then you get some of these people excited. We take the text from all over the places, all over the world. Islam is against these things. This is one of the big problems that Muslims have faced today, because we have put culture before our religion, before our text and other things. They still train because consequently, since they are not participating, she is not included, she is being excluded, automatically you don't have the train, don't skip the exam. And finally, you have lack of monitoring strategy. You have the resolution, the UN made in the resolution in 1325. And that one, it condemned all kind of exclusion on the basis of gender in peacemaking or in peace building or in peacekeeping. I'll say finally what we do, first thing you go for demasculinizing the issues of war and peace and security in the Muslim world. Shouldn't be in the issue of gender, should be the issue of the qualification, the issue of people who are really capable to run the things there. When you put it out, this issue of gender, you will be looking for the qualified people. Could be at all levels. Some people are talking, women cannot be prime minister, cannot be president, cannot be these things. Take all these things away. You don't need to waste your time on spending on all kinds of books to write to prove it is happening. You like it, you don't like it, it's happening. We had it in Indonesia, where you have 270 million people. And they had it in Bangladesh continuously the last 20 years. You had it in Pakistan at one time. That one, it should not be, nobody would be there. We'll be telling the people, you and I, in the classroom, this is halal, this is haram, but the world has to go. When you get these things, you have to reject all form of discrimination. In the Arabic, Al-Qaeda al-Usuliyya, the Usuli maxim, al-aslu fil khitab, annahu lil-jinsayn. When Quran talk, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam, you all believer, that it is obligatory upon you to fast. Is it for men or women? This statement. Of course, if it is for men, then the lady will be very happy to don't fast. But nobody is there to tell you at one time, here, those people are saying this is for women and this is for men. This khitab will say, أو يا أيها الذين أقيموا الصلاة أو قد أفلح المؤمنون. So, al-asl fil khitab, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed, He made it, this is the Arabic way. This is not for men or for women. This is for whoever is a slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there is something we have to get out from these things. Whoever is saying that she is not allowed to stand for election, she's not allowed to be Minister of Defense, Minister of Security, or Minister of Homeland, or whatever, she's not allowed to participate in this peacemaking or peacekeeping or peace building, then you just go through the basis, and this is very clear. And then you will finish whatever the people are voting. You will have one, they say, this is hadith, and then you forgot every other things in the Quran. Because Quran is such, the text is very flexible. And whoever could, you could interpret it in the way he wants it. You believe that those who are killing today, people, innocent people in Turkey, in many places in the Muslim world, even in the mosque, on Friday, in the month of Ramadan, you have 3 or 4 things here, very dangerous. The month of Ramadan is sacred. The mosque is sacred. The Friday is sacred. Muslims' life is sacred. And somebody will come and take all these sacred items in the name of Islam. What happened in Kuwait, I remember from Friday, somebody came with the bar, with this is a special bar next to himself. And they said, Allahu Akbar. I said, which Allahu Akbar? In the name of Allah in these places. That because you can use the text in this way, which is very, very wrong. That Muslims have to be careful, and then we have to go away from all kinds of these things. You promote the equity. Normally, people are talking about equality between the genders. Muslims, we don't talk about equality. When we talk about complementation, they need to complement each other. There is no comparison. Making women, this is first visa of your men is wrong. Because you won't get this. If you want to see somebody is, you get today one of the football player, those who are in the football team, you have Ronaldo or you have Messi. I want to compare to somebody in the street playing. No. If you want to compare Ronaldo, you compare him to Messi. Because these two people have reached certain level. But whoever has not been there, is there. So when Allah created man and woman, He never created, He want to compare woman to a woman, another woman, man to another man. Because this one is named man, the other one is woman. So W-O, and this is without W-O. So first of all, at the end of the day, you won't get it. So, but you go for complementary. والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى. Why والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى? These two, الليل and nahar, you cannot compare the day and night because they are there to complement each other. Okay, so which is better, layl or nahar? Of course, each layl is playing its role, the night is playing its role, the day also is playing its role. But when you want to compare, you are doing the wrong comparison, and that comparison is there. لذلك في القرآن at the end it says وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنثَى. He made it that way. Man and woman He created. So you don't need to compare. You don't compare day to night or night to day. The same thing over here, but you need to complement each other. Day needs the night and night needs the day. Without day, the day without night, you don't see the beauty of the night. The night without day, you don't see the beauty of the day. So you have to get these things together and go away from all these things. Finally, I think my dear friend is telling me now is over, you know. The coughing is just, so remind decision makers that Muslims have to move forward. What we are faced today is not only men can solve these problems. In the Muslim community in the world, you have more women than men. Meaning to say, if this majority is being excluded in solving the problems, you will never get solution. So in any solution, or in any decision, you should try to get this majority to join the minority. If you want to make comparison over here, so then you have more women than men. So if you have decided for whatever reason, cultural or religious, whatever, you put it in the name of whatever you want, you have excluded, then you will never get the solution. That's why the war in the Muslim world continues, and we will never get the solution until we get away from all these things that have been done in the name of Islam. Then we need to train more. That's why, brothers and sisters, I end up by saying that Muslim women are facing today not only these challenges, and they have to do, they should not stop, they shouldn't give up. I congratulate Dr. Zaliha. I mean, for to see a female as a rector for an Islamic university, sometimes you could say something, how can we do this? But no, there is no such issue of gender, but it's just a matter of the qualification. People who are qualified, they can run. There are men and women there. So such kind of conferences, we should at the academicians, should continue talking until time will come that will finish if those people are opposing and who are not willing that the men and the women contribute to getting to solve the problem. I thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Professor Sanu. I think a lot of ideas mentioned by Prof. If I may just summarize, just very few ideas that we need maybe to further elaborate in our panel sessions tomorrow. I think you talk about the importance of understanding the concepts and making sure that we understand what is peacemaking, peace building, and all these things. I think we need to get the things right. He talked also about one of the challenges, which is the lack of skilled and trained women in many levels in many Muslim countries. I think that's one of the important concerns. He speaks also about the challenge of how to activate the role of civil society in, in peace building and development. He talked also about the concept of demasculinization of things. When you do this, means you are not looking at this male or female, but the role people can do. And also he talks about gender balance. Thank you very much, Prof. We move forward to our second speaker. May I invite His Excellency Mehmet Ersoy to deliver his speech. You go ahead.
Thank you very much. Çok teşekkür ediyorum hocam. İngilizce çeviri yapılabiliyor mu bilmiyorum. Çeviri yapılabiliyor mu arkadaşlar? Tamam. O zaman izninizle değerli Mustafa Sonay'ı çok büyük bir dikkatle dinledik. Gerçekten çok güzel konulara temas etti. Ancak onun konuşmasının önemli bir kısmında Türkçe çeviri imkanı olmamıştı. Ve Türkiye'den gelen birçok arkadaşımız, dinleyicimiz de Gineli hocamızın, Sayın Bakan'ın söylediklerinin altını çizdiği hususların önemli bir kısmını takip edemedi. Sonuçta gerçekten faydalı ve altını bütün Müslüman dünyasının çizmesi gereken hususlara temas ettiler. Kendilerine çok teşekkür ediyorum, tebrik ediyorum. Biraz tekrardan sakınmak adına onun değindiği konulara değinmeyeceğim. Her şeyden önce böyle bir toplantıda sizlerle beraber olabilmekten Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Hükümeti adına çok geniş bir ekiple burada bulunabiliyor olmaktan büyük mutluluk ve şeref duyduğumuzu ifade etmek istiyorum. Bu organizasyonda Müslüman kadınların güçlenmesi çabalarına emek veren, organizasyonda emeği geçen bütün kurum kuruluşlarımıza, sivil toplum örgütlerine, özellikle Malezya'da ev sahipliğimizi üstlenen Uluslararası İslam Üniversitesi'ne ve onların değerli yöneticilerine, Türk STK'larımıza çok çok teşekkür ediyorum. Aslında bu toplumda bulunmayı çok arzu eden, ancak Amerika Birleşik Devletleri'nde Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımıza refakat etmek durumunda olan Türkiye Aile ve Sosyal Politikalar Bakanı Sayın Fatma Betül Sayın Kaya hanımefendinin, Sayın Başbakanımızın ve Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımız Recep Tayyip Erdoğan'ın selamlarını, sevgilerini, muhabbetlerini iletmeyi de sonra görev addediyorum. Değerli katılımcılar, dün gece saat 1'e kadar açılış seremonisinde konuşacağımı biliyordum ve ona göre bir not hazırlamıştım. Sabah olduğunda forumlar başlamadan önce bir konuşma yapacağımı söyledim. Acaba orada genel olarak neler söyleyeyim diye bir tasarlama yaptım. Salona girdim, Barış'ın temelinde kadınların rolü isimli bir konuda konuşma yapacağımı öğrendim. Toplumun yarısı kadın olduğuna göre onların statüsünü diğer yarısına denk hale getirmeden hangi alanda ne yapmak istersek isteyelim başarılı olmamız mümkün değil. Bunun Türkiye'de çok farklı örneklerini son yıllarda uygulamalarımızda yaşıyoruz ve faydalarını da görüyoruz. Değerli hocam, bu eksikliklerin altını bir bir çizdi. Her şeyden önce kadına toplumda sağlam bir statü, denk bir statü vereceğiz ki onun artılarından daha fazla faydalanabilelim. Özellikle barışın sağlanmasında o vicdanın, kadın vicdanının, kadın sevgisinin, kadın şefkatinin ne kadar önemli olduğu, özellikle iç çatışmaların, sivil savaşların, terörle mücadelenin yapılmasında ne kadar etkili olduklarını hep birlikte biliyoruz. Ancak bunun için önce kadının eğitiminden başlamamız lazım. Kadınların erkekler kadar eşit eğitim alamadığı bir dünyada onlara denk bir mücadele yürütülmesini beklemek de doğru değil, mümkün de değil. Bir taraftan adaletimizden, liyakat kriterlerimizden taviz vermeden diğer taraftan da teşvik edici, biraz daha pozitif ayrımcılığı öne alarak kadınlarımızı hak ettikleri statüye getirebiliriz. Her şeyden önce İslam dünyasının bugün yaşadığı barışa bu kadar ihtiyaç duyulan noktada nerede bulunduğunu, nasıl bulunduğunu, niçin bu savaşların içinde olduğunu çok iyi tespit etmemiz lazım. Eğer bunu salt ülkelerin iç meselesi olarak görür ve sadece bir diğerinde olan hadiseleri oturduğumuz yerden seyredersek bu mazlum coğrafyaya hiçbir zaman barış gelmez. Bir taraftan Afrika'yı ele alalım. Öbür taraftan Orta Doğu'yu ele alalım. Uzak Doğu'yu ele alalım. Kafkasları ele alalım. Şunu hepimizin düşünmesi lazım. Nerede Müslüman toprağı varsa orada kan dökülüyor. Orada gözyaşı var, orada acı var. Filistin'de var, Suriye'de var, Irak'ta var, Afrika'nın bazı ülkelerinde var, Myanmar'da var, Endonezya'da var, Kafkaslar'da var. Dünyanın neresinde bir Müslüman yaşıyorsa orada kan akıyor. Müslümanlıkla, İslam'la terörizmi, İslam'la şiddeti, İslam'la çatışmayı bir arada düşünemeyeceğimize göre yanlış olan, yanlış yaptığımız, yanlış giden bir şeyler var. Bize dokunmayan yılan bin yaşasın felsefesiyle hareket etme lüksümüzün olmadığını hepimizin kabul etmesi lazım. Bu coğrafyada akan her kan, bu coğrafyada yaşanan her istikrarsızlık, bu mazlumların döktüğü her gözyaşı dünyada başkalarının işine yarıyor. Kimlerin işine yaradığına, bu akan kanların kimlerin işine yaradığına Müslüman coğrafyasının çok iyi dikkat etmesi lazım. Önce işe buradan başlayalım lütfen. Suriye'de 5 yıldır bir sözüm ona iç savaş yaşanıyor. Çok ciddi bir savaş yaşanıyor. Binlerce insan hayatını kaybetti. Milyonlarca insan evini köyünü terk etmek zorunda kaldı. Yine milyonlarca insan başka ülkelere sığınmak zorunda kaldı. Kimsenin kılı kıpırdamıyor. Ve bu savaşların, bu kavgaların en büyük mağdurları kadınlarımız ve çocuklarımız oluyor. Erkekler önlerde daha aktif noktalarda savaşırken belki şehit oluyorlar, belki ölüyorlar, hayatlarını kaybediyorlar. Geride 3 çocukla, 5 çocukla, 8 çocukla kalan kadınların yaşadığı ızdırabı kendimiz içimizde hissetmezsek, Müslüman coğrafyası olarak bu konularda işbirliği yapmazsak, kadın ne yapacak, erkek ne yapacak, biz ne yapacağız? Yüreklerimizin bir kere bu coğrafyada yaşanan her acı için birlikte akabilmesi lazım. Ondan sonrası elbette ki kadına düşen misyonu ayrıca tartışırız. Özellikle ülkemizin 40 yıldır yaşadığı terörle mücadelede kadınlarımızın ne kadar önemli bir misyon üstlendiğini çok net görüyoruz. Ne zaman onlar direnirlerse, ne zaman onlar terörden korkmadıklarını, şiddetten korkmadıklarını, terörün kendilerinden korkmasını, toplumsal desteği olmayan hiçbir şiddet hareketinin temelde başarılı olamayacağını haykırmaya başlarlarsa o zaman toplumun her kesiminin inancı, güveni yerine geliyor. Ve özellikle ülkemizin güneydoğusunda bölücü terör örgütleriyle yapılmaya çalışılan istikrarsızlığa, Türkiye'yi zayıflatmaya, güçsüzleştirmeye yönelik eylemlerde her zaman kadınlarımızın dik duruşu hem ülkemize, hem devletimize, hem güvenlik güçlerimize çok büyük cesaret veriyor. Onların karşısına silahlarıyla çıkmaya kolay kolay cesaret edemiyorlar. 15 Temmuz Türkiye'deki darbe girişimine kadar bunun hep böyle olacağını, kadınların gerçekten meydana çıktıklarında başkalarının susacağına yürekten inanıyorduk. Ve bu kuvvetten çok büyük şekilde destek almaya çalışıyorduk. Ama 15 Temmuz'da terörizmin, hainliğin, alçaklığın hangi boyutlara gelebildiğini çok acı şekilde yaşamış bir milletin evladı ve o acıyı bizzat içinde yaşayan bir kardeşiniz olarak konuşuyorum. O gece biz Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Devleti'ne demokrasisine, iradesine, yöneticilerine karşı yapılan kalkışmada kadınlarımızla, kızlarımızla, çocuklarımızla hepimiz sokaklara çıktık. Bizim derdimiz çatışmak değildi. Bizim derdimiz kimseyle kavga etmek değildi. Ellerimize bayraklarımızı aldık, bulduysak bayraklarımız, yoksa sallana sallana çıktık. Kadınlarımızla beraber çıktık. Bir şey istedik. Bu ülkede hiç kimse milletin seçtiklerini silah zoruyla, dayatmayla değiştirmeye bir daha asla ve asla kalkışmamalı. İktidarıyla, muhalefetiyle, bütün siyasi partileriyle, medyasıyla, sivil toplum kuruluşlarıyla hep birlikte bir dirence kalkıştık. Dedik ki bunu siz değil, gerekirse biz yapacağız. Bunun karşısına bu talebimize, bu direncimize saygı duyulacağını bekliyorduk. Çünkü silahsızdık, çünkü masumduk, sadece vatandaştık. Sokaklara çıktık, hepimizin başına bombalar yağdı. Hepimizin başına kurşunlar sıkıldı. Türkiye Devleti'nin en hassas, en milli kurumları, Millet Meclisi bile, Büyük Millet Meclisi dahil olmak üzere hepsi bombalandı. O zaman anladık ki terörün bu boyutlara gelebileceğini, bu kadar vahşi, bu kadar alçak, bu kadar adi olabileceğini. Onun için ne olur? Bunlar başımıza gelmeden İslam coğrafyası her alanda uyanık olmalı, kendi milli duruşunu kendisi sergileyebilmeli. Ve bu duruşlarını bütün kardeş ülkeleri için bir dayanışma içinde götürebilmeli. Şundan hepimiz emin olalım. Eğer Gine'nin terörizmle ilgili bir derdi varsa, bu benim derdim olmadığı sürece Gine bunu çözemez. Türkiye'nin bir derdi varsa, bu derdi hep birlikte çözmediğimiz sürece Gine'ye rahat yok, sizlere rahat yok, hiçbirimize rahat yok. Fethullahçı terör örgütü dediğimiz yapı, hepimizin dini inancını kullandı, hepimizin iyi niyetini kullandı. Bunlar okullar yapıyorlar, bunlar çocukları eğitiyorlar, bunlar namaz kılıyorlar, bunlar Kur'an okuyorlar dedik. İnandık ve hep birlikte hem yardımcı olduk, hem başka ülkelerde kendilerine yardımcı olmasını sağladık yıllarca. Ama gördük ki başımıza geldikten sonra PKK terör örgütünün yapmadığını, uluslararası savaşlarda, ulusal kurtuluş savaşımızda başka düşmanlarımızın bize yapmadığını, bu din, iman, Kur'an, Allah, kitap diyerek insanımızı ve Müslümanları kaldıran alçaklar yaptı. Kadınlarımızı bombaladılar, çocuklarımızı kurşunladılar. Sinsice devletin içine sızdılar, sinsice yapılandılar ve bu yapılanmayla ele geçirdikleri silahları milletin öz evlatlarına doğrulttular. Şundan hiçbirimiz emin olamayız. Bugün Türkiye'de yaptıklarını yarın Endonezya'da, öbürsü gün Mısır'da, başka bir zamanda Özbekistan'da yapmayacaklarından hiçbirimiz emin olamayız. Çünkü bu insanlar terörist, çünkü bu insanlar insana acımıyorlar, insana sahipler. Bunun için hep birlikte yüreklerimizin bir atması, beraber atması bu coğrafyada hangimizin kiminle ne derdi varsa bu kutsal dünyada, bu mübarek topraklarda kiminle ne derdi varsa hepimizin o dertle ortak dertlenmesi lazım. Benim teröristim kötü de senin teröristin asla iyi olamaz. Benim düşmanım kötü de senin düşmanın asla iyi olamaz. O bir gün mutlaka tersine dönecek. Bugün bize yapılanlar yarın size, bugün size yapılanlar yarın bize yapılacak. Onun için özellikle Cumhurbaşkanımızın uluslararası arenalarda sürekli dile getirdiği, sürekli seslendiği gibi dünyanın 5'ten büyük olduğunu herkesten ve her şeyden önce İslam coğrafyasının kabul etmesi, elindeki gücün, potansiyelin farkına varması, Bunun içinde birlik, beraberlik içinde hareket etmesi. Bir tarafımızda yapılan reformlardan, kullanılan araçlardan ve elde edilen faydalardan diğerlerinde bir paydaş olarak mutlaka faydalanması ve bizim dökülen kanlarımızdan nemalananların bunları bir fırsat olarak kendilerine çevirenlerin bizi daha fazla istismar etmesine, bu coğrafyayı, bu toprakları daha fazla sömürmesine ve bu mazlum insanların daha fazla kanının akmasına sadece kadınlarımızla değil, kadınlarımızla, erkeklerimizle, çocuklarımızla, ama mutlaka ortak bir bilinçle, ortak bir duruşla İslam'ın emrettiği innemel müminine ihvetün ayet-i kerimesi neyi emrediyorsa o kardeşlik hukuku içinde hep birlikte dayanışma içinde mücadele etmeliyiz. Başka türlü bu topraklarda özellikle bize bırakılamayacak kadar, bize teslim edilemeyecek kadar değerli görülen, önemli görülen bu topraklarda bizim barış içinde, huzur içinde, kardeşlik içinde yaşamamız mümkün değildir. Allah aşkına hangimizin zoruna gitmiyor, hangimizi çileden çıkartmıyor, bizim sınırlarımızı bizden başka kim gelip çizebilir? Buna nasıl müsaade edebiliriz? Bunu nasıl alkışlayabilir? Bunu nasıl onaylayabiliriz? Bu coğrafyanın sınırlarını her zaman gelip başkaları çizmeye çalışıyor. Başkaları düzenlemeye çalışıyor. Bunlara fırsat verdiğimiz sürece, bunların arasında taraf olduğumuz sürece biz kaybetmeye mahkumuz. Çünkü onlar savaşmıyor. Onlar sadece silahlarını satmak, kendi geleceklerini daha güvenli hale getirmek için bizleri, bizim evlatlarımızı ve bizim coğrafyamızı kullanıyor. Bizlerin evlatlarını ve bizlerin coğrafyasını daha fazla kullanmalarına, onların istihbarat örgütlerini bizim alanlarımızda daha fazla cirit atmalarına fırsat vermeyi terk etmediğimiz sürece biz bu coğrafyada, İslam dünyasında kolay kolay barışa kavuşamayız. Ve yine bu coğrafyada kardeşlik dediğimiz şeyi hep dilde söyler. İcraatta hiçbir şekilde bunu uygulamaz. Başkalarının bizi bölmesine ve kamplaştırmasına, farklı farklı kamplara ayırmasına izin verirsek yine başarılı olmayız. Bütün bunları düşünerek İslam coğrafyasının muhasebesini yeniden yapması, yeniden kendi içindeki dayanışma ruhunu güçlendirmesi ve ulusal, milli politikalarının genel politikalar olarak ülkelerinde çok daha etkin bir şekilde uygulanabilmesini sağlamaları lazım. Ne olur? Bakın biz bir defa aldandık. En zayıf noktamızdan vuruldu. Din dediler, Kur'an dediler, İslam dediler. Ya bunlardan bir şey olmaz dedik. Meğer başkalarına inanmadığımızı görünce bunlarla kandırmışlar bizi. Bunlarla inandırmışlar. Bugün FETÖ bizim için bir terör örgütüyse dünyadaki bütün Müslümanlar için terör örgütü olmalı. Bunun başka izahı olmamalı. Başka çıkışı olmamalı. Çünkü hiçbir Müslüman kendi insanından aldığı silahlarla kendi insanını, kendi kadınlarını, kendi çocuklarını bombalamaz, taramaz. Bunun emrini veren adam asla ve asla bir din adamı olamaz. Olsa ruhunu şeytana satmış bir terörist olur. Bunu hep birlikte kabul etmemiz lazım. Yine aynı şekilde İslam coğrafyasının başka alanlarda mücadele ettiği başka teröristler varsa onlar da bizim teröristimiz olamaz. İslam'ın teröristi olabilir mi? İslam'ın FETÖ'sü de olamaz. İslam'ın DAEŞ'i de olamaz. İslam'ın PKK'sı da olamaz. İslam'ın PYD'si de olamaz. Kim ki insanları katlediyor, kim ki insanlara, masum insanlara, sivil insanlara silah doğrultuyor, o sadece ve sadece katildir, o sadece ve sadece teröristtir. Bu tanımlarda yürek birliği yapmazsak, gönül birliği yapmazsak başarılı olma şansımız da çok zorlaşır diyorum. Bu toplantıların, bu organizasyonların, bu buluşmaların önümüzdeki yüzyılların İslam dünyası için daha aydınlık, daha parlak, barışın, huzurun, refahın hakim olduğu, kadınlarımızın hak ettikleri noktalarda çok daha iyi temsil edildiği, hem siyaset alanında, hem ekonomik alanda, hem sosyal alanda, hem sivil toplum kuruluşlarında, hem bürokraside çok daha iyi temsil edildiği ve onlar sayesinde barışın, huzurun, nezaketin, zerafetin toplumun her kesimine daha geniş bir şekilde egemen olduğu bir dünya olmasını temenni ediyorum. Bu fırsatı bizlere bahşeden organizasyonun bütün yetkililerine, bizi burada çok sıcak bir şekilde ağırlamaya çalışan Malezya hükümetinin nezdinde bütün kamu görevlilerine ve elbette ki Uluslararası İslam Üniversitemize çok teşekkür ediyorum. Sizlere de dinleme, burada bulunma ve bu paylaşımlara ortak olma nezaketi, duyarlılık gösterdiğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Hepinizi saygıyla selamlıyorum.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I think a lot of ideas there, even though he relate them to the case of Turkey, but I think there are many things that we can learn from here. If I may summarize, there are four important ideas that he mentioned. I actually speak about the power of common people who can make peace and build societies and face all types of challenges, including even the coup d'etat. That's the power of people. Number two, he talks about the importance of giving a more dynamic role to the woman, and we enhance the sense of one ummah, one brotherhood, helping one another, removing the borders in our minds and hearts, then we remove them in the geography. And then he talks about how the terrorist organization, they don't respect humans. They don't talk about humans, but they destroy the institutions. And in the end, cooperation is very important. Thank you, Excellency, once again. I call upon our third distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Azizan Baharuddin, Director General of the Institute of Islamic Understanding, Malaysia. Prof, you go ahead.
Thank you so much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salam ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Honorable Professor Dr. Abdul Aziz, our moderator today, Professor Datuk Sano Kutub Mustafa, His Excellency Gaye Roganoglu, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters from Malaysia, from Sri Lanka, from Turkey especially. I notice all the Turkish ladies with their beautiful scarves. I'm a great fan of the Turkish scarf. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And those whom I have not addressed, on behalf of my colleagues here in Malaysia, we welcome you to Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur, and we hope that our close cooperation will become better in the future, inshallah. I thank the organizers for giving me this very critically important opportunity to just share some ideas, some thoughts, some reflections. We've heard from Professor Sano from the political dimension, anti-political dimension. We've heard from His Excellency regarding the current situation vis-a-vis terrorism and the baggage thrown at Muslims today. The unfair judgment of Muslims today by the whole world, especially the non-Muslim world, that Islam is terroristic and so on and so on. I just wish that the speeches given by our two colleagues, Professor Abdul Aziz, is heard at the United Nations, at UNESCO, for example, because the world needs to listen to this. And I think we all understand which media is dominating the thinking of people of the world. And let us not forget that there is so many people in the world today, ordinary people. You spoke about civil society, both of you, that are just like us actually. They may be Muslims, they may not be Muslims. Please understand, please don't give up. Why I'm saying all of this, women especially, we bear children in our wombs. And men don't know that because they don't suffer this, 12 kilograms of whatever it is in the middle part of their body. We are very strong, but in a different way, And I speak as a sister, as a mother, as an aunt, as a colleague. Please let us drop the pretensions that there are walls separating men and women, especially in the Islamic context. Stop it. We all understand that Islam does not teach discrimination against women, so let's not just talk about it. Some of us in Malaysia, we just do. You should ask some of the Malaysian ladies how they deal with, this discriminatory attitudes. Yeah? And here I would like to celebrate my sister's effort from UIA, Datuk Sri Zalia Kamaluddin and all the others in the audience for their hard work. If you look at this brochure, you can see that there are, scores of co-organizers. At the back of the brochure, you can see who are the partners for this conference. It has been very difficult to put so many ministries together, so many heads together. But we did it, and I think this is something to be emulated, and I say this very, very humbly, of course. And I am reminded of the Surah As-Saf in the Quran. Allah says, if we move together, as in the sum of the Salah, Allah will increase His assistance to us. So I think this is what is lacking. His Excellency spoke about this, Professor spoke about this. We must work together. No? OIC has 57 countries. And stop this, what we call it, joke. OIC. Stop it. We don't want. We have problems. We understand the problems. But right now, let's just move on. Let's not dwell on the problems, please. Yeah. And first of all, I would like to share this conventional ideal that exists in the world. I just came back from a meeting in UNESCO. And everybody talks about this at the international level. Since war begins in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that the defenses of peace must be constructed. Wow, it's as if UNESCO is teaching human beings on the planet Earth a wisdom that is unheard of. But this is something that has always been with Islam, with the Quran. And without a doubt, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts of human beings find peace. Surah Al-Ra'd. Yeah, I'm just saying that there are gems in our own tradition, in our own Quran and Hadith that we sometimes forget. And we seem to be looking here, there, and everywhere for particular worldviews to guide us in our life. Whereas in reality, the best that the modern world can offer, the secular world, the conventional world can offer is actually within our tradition. So next, so what I will share briefly today is, next please, is we need the awareness that we need to go back to our traditions. When I use the word tradition, please don't misunderstand that I am moving backwards. Sometimes some of our colleagues, when we speak of Hadith, Quran, and all these things, they say that we're moving backwards. No, then you don't understand what the Quran is. Then you don't understand what Allah is. Then you don't understand what being Bani Adam is. Then you don't understand what the Islamic worldview is. Then I will be very rude to say, why do you keep calling yourself Muslims? When you don't even bother to understand what Islam says about what being human is all about. Let alone about what being woman or man in Islam is all about. You understand where I'm coming from? So right now we are burdened with everything that is bad, so-called, about Islam. Right? But every day we seem to be existing without wanting to ponder really what are we and what we need to do. Okay? She talk about the recent experience in Turkey. From Your Excellency, even though we are in Malaysia, our hearts were equally broken. We understand. Like you said, we must work together. Our minds are together. I don't know about the men's minds, but I know the women's minds and women's hearts. We are together. I know that. Some of you are smiling at me. I think you know where I'm coming from, but there you are. Why are we talking about this women and peace? Yeah, Prof. Excellency, you gave us very good input. But I'd like to just remind us, especially the women, we are in the position, women are good dialoguers. They are nurturers. Like Excellency just said just now, we are actually very influential. But some of us seem to think that, oh, we still need to be put on a pedestal. We need men to be less discriminatory. It's always the man who is at fault. Do we or do we not understand our status in Islam? Do we or do we not? If we do not, please find ways to find out, with or without the men. Sometimes, sorry to say, some communities, some Islamic communities, the men are just not capable of helping the women, despite what Islam teaches them to do vis-a-vis women. So women, you stand up and you do it. You bring up your child. You carry the child for I didn't say 12 months, right? For 9 months. You know what hard work is. So please go ahead. And women's role is very holistic, actually. Don't look at development projects and models in the Western style. Look at our own models. Next. Okay, just one phenomenon today. Again, what is a hot topic in the world today, especially in the West? Refugees. And they are excited about this topic because some of the European countries are inundated by refugees, whereas some of our fellow brother and sister countries like Turkey, like Lebanon, like Palestine, like so many other countries, in Africa for example, this problem has been with us for decades, true or not? Some people are dubbed as permanent refugees. Can you understand that? Can you accept that? People can be labeled as permanent refugees. 5 generations stay in the same refugee camp. This is how much the world don't understand and don't care. So please, like Your Excellency said, stand up. Who are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? This conference. Let's do it on our own efforts, with our own indigenous objectives and goals. Using our own hikmah, using our own tradition. Not denying the Western wisdom, no. I'm a scientist, I have a science background. Probably this is why I speak this way. Because in science, in the scientific training, you find out what is the problem. Let's say something is wrong with the bulb. You go and find out which circuit is wrong, and you put it right. This is the benefit of doing science. Because some people say the scientists are simplistic. But the good point is that you see something is wrong, okay, you're thirsty, quickly take the water and put the water inside your mouth. Otherwise, your cells will dry up and you will collapse of dehydration. You understand what I'm trying to say here? So I'm not belittling, I'm not simplifying the problems that we face, but I have a sneaky suspicion. If we just, 10%, 5%, 2% even, or even 1%, go back to our traditions, live the religion that we're supposed to live, okay, I think there'll be changes, there'll be improvements. Because like the slide previously shows, peace begins with the mind. This is how the world, the West will end. But it is also with the heart. Right? Allah does not tell a lie when He says it's only by you remembering me that you get reconnected with me, and then I will be able to give you the barakah, the energy, and everything else. Next. So, what happened to the best ummah? In case we forget, we are the best ummah. Who said this? The Creator said this. Not you, not I, not some NGO somewhere, not some singer somewhere. God said this. Who is God? Our Creator. Now, if you have something, you have a problem with that statement, then stop being Muslims. Bro, I'm being very crude here. I'm being gangster, like a gangster here. But seriously, if we don't, reclaim our status as Muslims and live Islam as it should be lived, then we don't have to read this. All right? And then there's no discrimination between men and women. Again and again and again and again, we say this. Why is there still discrimination? What's wrong? It just means we don't read the Quran. When we do the salah, we don't know what we're saying. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. My salah and my life and my death is for you, oh Allah. We say this 5 times a day. But to what effect? Right? And when you say hayya salah, hayya falah, if you do the salah, you get victory. How come we don't get victory? How come we still being victims? How come we're being bombed? How come we're, and all the things being done to us? Next. Hadith about the status of women, men. Okay, and when I say this, I don't mean to be discriminatory at all. As I said to you, men are my father. Man is my grandfather. Man is my brother. Man is my colleague. I say this lovingly to you all. The Prophet said, you will not go, you will not be considered for heaven if you're not nice to your women folk. Like I am nice to my women folk. So what about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He's part of your shahadah. Right? How are you a Muslim? You do the shahadah. And by witness there's no Allah, but there's no God but Allah. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Prophet, the messenger. So what about that? Okay, so next. Islam enhances the status of women. Women, please believe this. I know those people in this room know this. But how many people out there, those people we consider as, like Prof says just now, some they can drive, they can do this, they can do that. Well, I think those women in those communities, they'll have to do other things. They'll have to find other means. You know, but I think basically women can only rise up to the occasion if they realize what they are and what they are capable of. Prof, you're indicating to me I've got what, 2 minutes? No, you're not yet. Okay, I just keep moving. Stop me when I have to stop. Okay. Next. Gender justice in Islam. There is no injustice in Islam. There is no injustice. Although some people, some men especially, they don't like to use the word equal. We're not fighting for the word equal. We're not interested in competition. We're not interested in competition. We know. We were created after Adam the male. But we know what Adam has, we had. All the DNA in his body, we had. Only the hormones are different. That's why we don't grow mustache. Right, sister? But if you want mustache, you can put the hormones in your body. This is coming from science. This is what some people are doing now, changing themselves from women to men. I'm sorry, I don't want to get into that situation. Maybe, some countries, you have different views on this. But what I'm trying to say here is, women need not feel that they are victims at all. And if we have countries in the OIC conglomerate that need help, let's go and help. This is why this is what this meeting is all about. Let's not keep on pointing fingers because your government is like this, because whatever. If we in Malaysia, women in Malaysia can have, 10 days, they have 10,000 ringgit, they can do something, go. Where would you like to go? Sri Lanka? Sudan? Where? Go. Stop talking, just do it. But of course we do this with knowledge, with strategy, be careful and all of that, with wisdom, right? Next. And Muslims have a share in the global view of peace, actually. Look at the preamble of the Earth Charter of the United Nations. We are at the crossroads of the future of humanity now. We have to respect each other. We have to make the global society sustainable. And as I said before, much as we hate certain people in the world, certain governments, quote unquote, in the world, let's not forget about the fact that the world has 7 billion human beings inside there. Right? And 1/7 of that 7 billion is us, Muslims. And we can connect with those people. Think about Surah Yasin. Surah Yasin, one of the ayats tells us about telling people about the message of Allah. Right? Da'wah is incumbent upon us. Can we do da'wah in refugee camps? I don't know. I'm not trying to belittle the suffering of people. But what I'm trying to say is, if we are human beings who are aware of who and what we are, that our breath in and out, every second, every moment is in the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then I think we will complain less and do more. And I think that's the situation now. And what the preamble says is actually in the Surah Al-Hujurat. Preamble only came about 20, 30 years ago. But the Quran has been there 1,400 years ago. So who is more superior? And we know the Turkish Ottoman Empire, it was the greatest empire at one point in history. Right? How so? Why so? Because of Islamic teachings, because of Islamic fundamental philosophy. Next. Yeah, what about women? Yeah, so this is not Prof, let's not quarrel. Yeah, women do is how many Muslim? Oh yeah, the fact is we are 16.3% total population Muslim women. Put your hands up. You are part of the 16.3%. So make a difference. If you can't do anything, say nice things in your WhatsApp. Don't be one of those people, who waste your time on Pokemon, or people who spread, who make viral bad things, negative news and all, right? So we need to know, we need to locate ourselves in the global situation. Next. So this is the potential that we have. And do not fall into the trap of the Western caricaturing of men versus women. The history of the women's liberation movement in the West, it has its reasons. Because women were discriminated against. Because science in the West took the position, spread the philosophy that women are actually lesser than men. They are like automatons. At best, they are like pets. They are like animals. So this is how the discrimination took place, and women were not allowed to vote. And then, Prof, I'm sorry, if you say that some Islamic communities all do all these negative things, who are they following? They're not following Islam, they're following this kind of dichotomies in the West. Okay, next. So for us, there's no discrimination in the eyes of the Creator. So beware of the misleading idea that advantages and privileges that men gain from women's oppression has blinded them to their own bondage and efficient reality. Now, in practice, we don't believe this in Islam, correct, Prof? But why is it? I mean, in theory, we don't abide by this. But why is it in practice we seem to be doing this? Could it be that effects of colonization is still with us? We followed the Western orientation when, for example, we were colonized. Then there is the misperception that it's a false separation between the sexes, which is to the advantage of men. And then in the West, sometimes people caricature maleness and femaleness. You know, we are made to compete against each other and not to complement each other, like both of you have spoken about today, right? So, women, please, you know, it would be a very great mistake if we were to follow, continue these notions. Next. Then there is also the misperception, again, as we said just now, there seems to be a battle of the sexes. We want to say how, you know, we keep saying, how many women have climbed the tallest mountains in the world? How many women have managed to become generals and pilots? Is that how we measure things? I don't think that's necessarily so, right? But if we can have normalcy, like we said just now, those who have the knowledge, those who have the capacity, those who have the means, give them the opportunities, fine. But we don't want to have to suffer quotas, you know what I'm trying to say? But then having quotas, women will be 70% of that, this and that. So maybe for a start, that has to happen, right? Because if you don't have that, then you don't make any improvements with women's condition. So what I'm trying to say here is, practice hikmah, practice wisdom. When you take philosophies that is not, you know, exactly 100% from your own tradition, but it doesn't mean that Muslims have to shut their eyes from things that is happening around them. No. By all means, be part of what's happening in the world, but beware of your own source of strength. Next. Lessons for us today. Have a sip of water, sorry. There is a danger in dualizing too rigidly the roles of men and women respective in life. There may be a division of labor, because women, we have our bones are lighter. Physically, we cannot carry SAB loads like men can. So accept that. But we are stronger in terms of other biological roles and functions. And we should not allow this to become a psychological trap. As nurturers, bearers of peace, women need to develop in their various capacities as all this, right? Sometimes it's not professional, it's not celebrated if you just say, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, so is that all? But Jannah is supposed to be at the feet of mothers, right? So I would urge my fellow sisters who are professionals, do not underscore, do not underrate your jobs, your function as mothers, as wives. What's wrong? You know, this is the trap I'm talking about. Accept your roles. Accept your roles, which to me is divine roles. You may be a professor in university, but at the same time, if you are a mother, that's your role in the eye of God, which you'll be questioned about later on. So peace can be brought about if you can carry both these responsibilities. This is what I'm trying to say. Do not dichotomize, do not compartmentalize your life. Okay, next. There's a few more. So roles of women, I think if women are allowed to fulfill their potential, they can be good in education, they can be leaders in the workforce and so on, they can be social transformers and everything. Next. And isn't this the basis of peace? And of course, do not underestimate the importance of knowledge. Everything starts with ilm. Ilm helps the iman and the amal, right? If without knowledge, you don't even know how to be a good worshipper, a good abd to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the irony. Sometimes religion is put aside because religion seems to deny the importance of aql, the importance of reason, the importance of knowledge, the importance of education. No. In the Islamic view, the akal, the wahyu and the revelation and the use of reason, they come together. Science and religion in Islam has no problem. Very quickly now, next. Important Muslim women in history. I know you know this list, you probably have a longer list, but I just want to remind you that since times immemorial, as far as Islamic history is concerned, there are great women. There's even a sultan, Razia Sultan, Sultan of Delhi. I thought sultan is always a male, it should be sultana in Malaysia, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. But what it means is that, like you said just now, the principle is if that person has a capacity, let her be. Right? And she She can only fulfill her potential if the man, if the father, allows her the opportunity to grow into what she has potentially been given by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Next. State of the world. Should the women do something? Look at how the world is spending its money. Basic education, 6 billion. Military, 780 billion. Okay, if you are a woman leader, if you are, this is for the elite women, the professional women, look at this. You even how much money you spend on perfume is more than what you spend on education. So this is the state of the world. So if Muslims do not rise and come up to be and manifest itself to be the umatan, wasatan, like Excellency says, get together, concretize our actions and everything, the world will still be like that. Okay, next. Drawing strength from spirituality and ethics. So do not forget. Our strength is from our spirituality. Please let's find out what our spirituality is and strengthen it. Next. Next. Next. Yeah, we'll finish now. Yeah. In the world today with agenda, okay. The United Nations have come up with 17 millennial goals. This is the goals for development. We all should familiarize ourselves with this. Yeah, and be in line with it as much as we can. When I say Islam, it doesn't mean I'm against the West, no. It doesn't mean I'm against non-Muslims, no. Malaysia is a very plural society. And you can see that Islam has actually the best formula for keeping a plural society happy and peaceful, actually. Back to that notion, wasatiyah, umatan wasatan, okay? So look at that, poverty we have to tackle. So right now, just now we talk about refugees. If 15 million refugees are actually Muslims, then poverty is sticking in our face. So those of us who are into wasting, who are into the life that was encapsulated in that picture just now, spending the wrong way, we should take note of this. Okay, next. So we can affect change, right? In many areas, we can affect a society. Hang on. Yeah. Society needs values. Prof spoke about this, Excellency spoke about this, and about how do we inculcate values, and what values are we talking about? And this is a Western drawing, this is a secular drawing. Even in atheistic society, they understand that there is a role for belief systems, for worldview. What do you believe? You don't treat human beings like they are not human beings, that's how you can kill them. You can only kill people because you look at them as non-human. Therefore, in this world today, there isn't even a proper definition of a human being. So, we have to come up. Next, environment, take care of environment. We have problems with the environment everywhere, right? And when it comes to economics, poverty is the issue here, yeah? So, next. Next. Now, I want to share, as a scientist, I'm extremely excited because the latest neuroscience, brain science, Excellency, is showing how salah, zikr, remembrance of Allah, right? And dua. When you do it, it actually changes the structure of the brain. And the brain is the headquarters of the nervous system. And the effect of prayer, look at that. Okay, this is what the scientists are saying. Spiritual practices suppress the brain's ability to react with anger and fear. So don't you think there is a need for people? This scientist, on his own accord, is doing dawah. He's trying to ask people to become religious because he says there's too much anger in the world. It enhances the neural functioning of the brain in ways that improve physical emotional health, changes the structure of the brain that controls our moods, gives rise to our conscious notions of self, and share our sensory perception. Strengthens specific system in the brain which generates peacefulness, social awareness, compassion. Therefore, religion equal peace. Next, last one. This is the last slide. Okay? Then you understand why Islam is salam. Yeah? And why it is peace. It is now scientifically shown already. So please take our religion seriously and live it and understand it. And this is how I think the younger generation would like to understand what Islam is. It is about what reality really is. It is not some mythology, it is not some way of thinking about the world. No, it is the way the world is, reality is. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I'm sorry if I...
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof. We thank you, Prof, for the informative lecture. I think there are many ideas there. If I just may summarize, I think our Prof stressed the importance of worldview and in particular Islam and how we translate it into our life. That's very important. I think this is a very crucial point. I think always Prof stress this one. And once we understand that one, all other things will follow. She talks also about the need for actioning the plans and ideas. Just not to talk about the ideal. And I think another point she mentioned about we have to close the gap between ideal and reality, and in between there are a lot of ideas. Brothers and sisters, when it comes to myself as the moderator, if you look at the time, we have to stop around 6:15, and we are just there. But if Prof. Walid, the secretariat here, if we want to take one or two questions, but we don't want, please, otherwise I'm not going to give questions, because we don't have time. We have another, because in the evening you will have gala dinner. All of you are invited there. That's why we ask a question, direct questions to our people here, because any other explanation we can do tomorrow. We have parallel sessions. We want to benefit from the people who are here with us. That's why we will take 2 or 3 questions, but please, straight to the point, then we allow our speakers to answer. Okay, let's start here, and then over there.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am very happy to be in Malaysia, and I would like to thank everyone who contributed this opportunity to communicate, because I see that as we communicate, we are really peace building. My question is, in the globalization and urbanization and improvements in transportation and demographic changes. This is a question for Professor Mustafa. I would like to learn on evidence-based solutions and tools. What would be your proposition for our solution in this peace-building area? What would you recommend as tools to be used in the 21st century? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My name is Rohani from Human Rights Commission of the OIC. I just write my questions to all the speakers. We are talking about women in peace building, and we would like to enlighten actually what is actually the current positions of women as the agents of peace building, and many conflicts that happened in the Muslim countries. What is actually their roles? What is actually the disadvantages that they face? Because if we observe in the media, for example, women always underrepresented in the process of peace building. Thank you very much.
Selamünaleyküm. Handan Karataş da Hazreti İbrahim'in memleketi Şanlıurfa'dan geliyorum. Öncelikle kucak dolusu saygı ve sevgilerimizi, selamlarımızı sunmak istiyorum burada. Şu anda Şanlıurfa'da 600 bin Suriyeli yaşamakta. Ve Türkiye'de yaşayan 4 Suriyeli'den biri Urfa'da, Urfa'da yaşayan insanlardan 4 kişiden biri Suriyeli. Kardeşlerimiz. Ben şunu sormak istiyorum. Hepimiz İslam'dan, ümmetten, peygamberden bahsettik. Mümin olmaktan bahsettik. Biz burada konuşurken bir sürü şu an çocuk yetim kaldı, öksüz kaldı, kimsesiz kaldı. Sadece Urfa'da 15.000 tane yetim çocuk var. Ve biz alanda 5 yıldır çalışan insanlar olarak bir insanın etinin üzerinde kir birikir ve etle o kirin kokusu 8-9 ay banyo yapmayan bir insanı düşünün. Ve öyle çocuklar düşünün ki o kadar çok parçalanmış insan eti görmüşler ki et yemeği gördüğü zaman sofradan kaçan çocukları düşünün. Öyle düşünün ki bir şey soracağım. Evet, evet anlıyorum. Bir şey söylemek istiyorum. Yüreğim yanıyor, yüreğim. Günde bir patates düştüğü zaman ellerine kendini şanslı hisseden kadınları düşünün. Anne alıyor ve onu çocuklarına paylaştırıyor. Ve bir kadın düşünün, Talabiyat'a gittim. Suriye'nin içinde Talabiyat, Rakka, Derezor, oralara gittik. Kadınlar koşup sarıldılar. 4 çocuğumu, 5 çocuğumu, 6 çocuğumu kaybettim. Bütün İslam dünyasından insanlar burada. Vallahi vebaldir, vallahi vebaldir, vallahi vebaldir. Bunun hak şeyini ödeyemeyiz biz. Hepimiz sorumluyuz tek tek. Bugün aç kalan onların hepsinden tek tek sorumluyuz. Bu kadar insanlar yıllardır bir araya geliyor ama hiçbir şeye derman olamadı maalesef. Yarın öbürsü gün Irak'ta hallettiler, Filistin'i hallettiler, Suriye'yi hale getirdiler, sıra Türkiye'de. Vallahi Türkiye'ye sahip çıkmasanız hepiniz vebaldesiniz. İslam dünyası olarak ne yapmayı düşünüyorsunuz diye soruyorum bu organizasyonda görev yapan herkese. Teşekkür ederim.
I'm Ramzi from University of Malaya, Malaysia. My question to Professor Nukto, when you in your elaborating speech that you said about the systematic process to exclude women from peace process in Muslim world. I would like to know more elaboration about the systematic process.
Okay, can we have the last question there? Last.
Selamünaleyküm. Ankara, Türkiye'den Avukat Zeynep Şensayımlar, Ekim ve Nesil Derneği'nden NGO. Programın formatı sadece soru sormayı öngörüyor sanırım. Ancak böyle bu boyutta bir sempozyumun ve ilk defa İslam ülkeleri, Müslüman kadınların bir araya geldiği ve düşünürlerin bir araya geldiği, halktan insanların bir araya geldiği bir programda böyle sınırlamanın çok geliştirici ve gerçeği ortaya çıkarıcı olmadığını düşünüyorum. Benim düşüncem. Hanımefendi profesöre Kur'an kaynaklı konuştu. Kendisine tebrik ve teşekkür ediyorum. İslam ülkelerinin adı İslam olduğu halde dinimizin bu kadar perişan, savaşlarla sarsılması, iki Müslümanın bir araya geldiğinde muhakkak ihtilaf çıkarması, mezheplerin, insanların birbirine karşı rakip ve düşman olmasına sebep olması gibi sorunlarımız var. Kur'an, Allah hiçbir şeyi boş bırakmamıştır. İnsan için yarattığı için bütün sorunların cevabını ve bütün ihtiyaçların cevabını vermiştir, dedi hanımefendi. Evet, fıtratına uygun olarak insanın her bir sorusunun cevabını vermiştir. Yaş veya kuru hiçbir şey bırakmamıştır. Ancak bu halimiz nedir hanımefendi? Biz Müslümanlar kendi kitabını bilmiyor. Çok okuyoruz. Durmadan birbirimize Kur'an da hediye ediyoruz ama bunu anlama ve hayata geçirmede adı sadece kelime anlamı dahi barış olan bir dini anlama ve hayata geçirmede çok ciddi zorluklar var. Nedir bunlar? Sorun bu. İkincisi bir temenni. Biz kendi aramızda İslam ülke, Müslüman Kadınlar Zirvesi'nde dahi Müslümanların ortak dili olan, kitabının dili olan Arapçayı anlayamıyoruz, konuşamıyoruz. Ortak bir anlayış dili haline getirememişiz. emperyalizmin dilini şu anda ortak dilimiz olarak kullanıyoruz. Çoğumuz da zaten anlamıyoruz.
Okay, sister.
Programın
Tashkurat sister.
Please,
We don't have time.
please, lütfen.
I have to close the session because there are other activities to take place. Thank you very much, sister. Thank you very much. If you have a direct question, go ahead. But hikmah tomorrow. If there is any wisdom to give.
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Straight to the point. Okay, come on. Last question. I want to give more to women actually.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. So my question is, how could we encourage men to support their women when it comes to education in order for them to also take part in peace building? And in relation to that, how can we break the stereotypical belief about how women should not take part in the workforce, especially in countries that are in third world areas? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Your Excellencies, you can answer. Not necessarily all the questions that everyone wants to
I will take the last question perhaps. I think women can play a role because you give birth to the boy, baby boy, you speak to the baby boy every day. Why don't you inculcate the values of respecting women in your children right from the early age and give him a fair judgment. Ask him to have a fair view of things in life. Make him close to what the sister said. The Quran is saying, I know the pain that the sister is trying to share, I know that. And I asked that question too, but for me, I think the time has come for us to stop being upset, being disappointed. We just act. After all, the very life in our body, God can take it tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month. So why do we? Because life is a test. Everything in life is a test. Good is test. Bad is test. The degree of pain and all that differs. And Allah only tests you to the degree that you can withstand the test. And many people say, why are so many Muslim lives being lost? Sheikh Hamza Yusuf from America, his answer is, Allah loves his people. Maybe that is his way of bringing back his people with Iman. Now, I'm not saying that we should condone that. We should allow people to die and that's it, not do anything. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, first of all, women, before we can do anything, men, before we can do anything, we need to be at peace with ourselves, first of all. So how do you do that? By us talking to Allah, by us doing the zikr and all that, as the brain stands for showing. It has an effect, inshallah.
I think there's no question for us. I think it was very, very clearly. So I couldn't have any question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Prof. Zidane. I think when you talk about the tools, means that we need to use in order for women to be effective, participative in peace building, in peacemaking, peacekeeping, in peace building. I think three terminologies. As a right of the current situation in the Muslim world is peacemaking. We need to make peace in Syria, in Libya, in Iraq, in Yemen, in all these places where Muslims are killing each other. You use all tools that will help you to stop that killing, to stop that atrocities against the children and women. Islam is open to that. The good things we have in Islam, that the tools are wide, are open. It's not limited to one single way. 10 years or 100,000 years ago, the people were going to Makkah by using camel, all the things. Today, if you can use even the missile to reach there, there's no problem. You use the plane, you use whatever is. Muslim is not rejectionist. To say this is coming from the West, and this is, of course, the microphone we are talking in. This the whole where we are, the conferences, the summit, and all the things are coming. The Prophet ﷺ, that the wisdom, is the knowledge, the science. It doesn't have a specific to say this is coming from this one. You just make benefit of it, the maximum that you could do. The new technology today is some of the things that the Muslims should not be left behind. Globalization, either you use it for yourself or you use it. If you put it in your own, you leave it, decided to be behind, not to take it forward, not to move forward, and then you will end up. I think in Turkey, without this FaceTime, in Turkey with President Erdogan, the first communication he had is the new technology. Because we finished with the TV stations, radio station, none of them could talk. But with this FaceTime, which is in iPhone, he managed to get to reach millions of people, and that one reaction was Muslim must master it. I'm not saying to learn it only. You must excel. You must be an excellent. Yes, Muslims is excellence. It's not talking that we just want to get average and finish it out. The second thing is about the systematic exclusions. We're tracking our father, our Professor Abu Suleiman. You may know him, the rector, real funding this university. And we are all the products of this man that you have today. May God give him long life and good health. So we have two problems in the Muslim world. This is the cultural and the educational. Cultural, sometimes we take it for granted, and it's very dangerous. If you instill that, Professor Aziza mentioned, from the childhood, instead of talking about punishment for the kids, you talk about love, about piety, about compassion, about communication, about loving one another. Instead of giving, I do remember one time in the Quran, you have Surah Al-Qasar, the short surahs. That short surahs, mainly they were all revealed in Mecca. And they were mainly message to those aged people. You will talk about Tabbat Yada Abi Lahab, Tabba Aghna Anhu Maluhu Ma Kasab. In very strong language. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضِ. You talk this thing to a child of 3 or 4 years today. My son, you talk about this is earthquake. Or you talk about إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ إِذَا النُّجُومُ كَثَرَتْ. I don't think he will be there to understand what you are talking about. He will never understand what they are saying. But you talk about love. How to be nice to his friend. How to not hit him. How not to beat him. And how to think about it. And how to live with the child. So we start from this is educational level. That the new generation will grow up and they will get different way of living, different way of looking at it. But if you don't take this one for seriously, that will be good. You look that there's no issue of competition between men and women in Islam. Islam does not want it to be competition. He created, like you create the competition between day and night, or between the sun and moon, or between the earth and the heaven. There's no. The things will have to go together. They will have to live together. They complement each other, as we did talk about. So here, I think exclusion is being met in the way that we have decided, as human beings, culturally speaking, that we don't want women here. I just say, challenge that. Have you ever seen in any Muslim country, a woman, a minister of security or minister of defense? Minister of defense does not mean it must be military. No. Most of the places, these ministers of defense are not there. They are the people who will be giving the ideas to these generals. They are the people who should be making the plans, how to go about it. You don't necessarily need to be involved to be somebody who will be taking, who will know how to use the weapon, how to use the warplane. But you have to take part in it. You won't be taking part of it if you don't have access. When you have a meeting, you want to go for, first of all, peacemaking. Of course, you have to know. Dr. Azizan said this is a woman, good dialogue, very influential, very patient. None of us here, if you have a boy at home, you can say, I give you how long you stay with him. If you start crying, as a man, you don't have such kind of patience that the woman is having. But you could see she can spend nights with this boy crying or this girl crying, or this baby begging. That's the patient. And whoever wants to be peace, he or she has to be patient. And they will have to go with all kinds of things. So I think this culturally speaking, we have been excluding. We have thought that women cannot do it. This is just imagination, and it's not true. We have made it an educational way. We did not allow many of the places. We don't say this is not meant for men, this is meant for men, and this is meant for women. And finally, we have created two opposite societies. We call it opposite sex. Normally in Islam, it's not that opposition such way. It is, this is man and this is a woman. That's it. My name is Mustafa, Prof. Paraouth, the Azizan. So why you want me to just say, is it wrong to have different names? It's not wrong to be women, neither is it wrong to be men. I do have a role in my life I should play, and you should do the role. And all together will come in. So it all comes from the mind. When the mind side, the intellect is not well prepared. If you look at a woman as mother, as sister, as daughter, you will know. What you don't do to your mother, you don't do it to your sister, you don't do it to your daughter, you won't do it to somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, or somebody's sister. That's why I think this educational side of it, women will be well prepared, more better position to help the men to go through and correct these things. So you will produce, you will have generation as Bani Israel, Sayyidina Musa. They will say before the slavery, the mentality that have been corrupt, you have to finish with it, and they will have a new generation, and that generation will lead, and that would happen for Sayyidina Musa. And those who brought him, they were suffered, and they will have this mentality, and they have to finish, all of them, they have to finish them in the desert, and after that, إِنَّا لَن نَدْخُلَهَا مَا دَامُوا فِيهَا. So, after all this struggle, at the end, because the mentality, the mindset, the education itself was something went out, so it didn't was the correct one, then the consequences you have to be in. So I think we should be appealing upon all our brothers and sisters, Muslims today, what the choice we do have, we must excel. We must be the best in physics, in chemistry, in science, in medicine. That one, when you are best in this, as you are best in Sharia, as you are best, maybe better than in Sharia, because the need of these big Muslims in this place today, and this area, is more than the need of them to have in the Sharia heading. You are having many people who could, alhamdulillah, but you are lacking, and Muslim communities are lacking of those people who understand, who excel in these places in order for to help the Muslims. They know how to make use of this new technology. Never ever say, this is like in Nigeria, talk of Boko Haram, this is coming from Western, and then the microphone is talking to it. This is a Westerner. But it's the hikmah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it. This is somebody who innovated it or this is got it. This is the raw materials are coming from who created raw materials. Are all coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And human being managed to get them together and have such a product that we have in our hands. May Allah help all of us, and may Allah help our Muslim Ummah to put an end to all these troubles we are going through. And let it be for us the last one. We don't want to die in this condition, in this situation. We would like to live longer in order for us to give the message of Islam. And then Islam will be that religion, but that will bring happiness and harmony and peace and stability for humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. And all our three speakers. I think we'd like to join hands once again to thank our three distinguished speakers for the great, informative lectures that they give. And we thank also our audience here for your questions, for your patience, and we hope, inshallah, we learned a lot of things. And tomorrow we will continue our discussions in small groups, then we can raise more questions. I think I come to the end of moderating this session, and I hand over to the secretary. Thank you.
Testing. Thank you, Professor. Now we would like to express our deepest gratitude to all the keynote speakers for their encouraging speeches. We would like to give a token of appreciation to our keynote speakers. Therefore, we invite Professor Dr. Walid Bekri Faris, Chairperson of International Conference on Women and Peace Building, to come on stage to give away the tokens. Firstly, His Excellency Professor Dato Dr. Kutub Mustafa Sanor, Minister in the President Office and Diplomatic Advisor to the President, Republic of Guinea. Secondly, His Excellency Mehmet Ersoy, Deputy Minister of Family and Social Politics, Republic of Turkey. And lastly, Yang Berbahagia Professor Dato Dr. Azizan Baharudin, Director General Institute of Islamic Understanding, Malaysia. Thank you, Professor Dr. Walid. That marks the end of the second session of today's International Conference on Women and Peace Building. We thank everyone for your time to be with us to celebrate the role of Muslim women in peace building. We hope to see all of you tomorrow for more of our programs in conjunction with the very first World Muslim Women's Summit and Exhibition 2016. Therefore, Assalamu alaikum and have a lovely evening.
We give to this sister. That's the sister.